XRP Future Millionaire, and I wanted to respond to this question on this Sunday morning. It's September 3rd, 2023 at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the great state of Michigan. So, Michael said, you talk often about how you buy XRP low and sold it at all-time highs in the past. Why did you sell it not to exchange for fiat? Well, factually, that's not correct. I did not sell it at all-time highs. I sold it in the 2021 bull market after buying it at 47 cents. I sold it at $1.66 after we proved 3 separate times that we could not get past $1.70. We had a swing high of $1.98, went down, I think it was like to $1.13, $1.16, came back up to the $1.70 range, failed 3 straight times. And to me, it looked like XRP and the crypto markets were going back into a full-blown bear market. So the reason I sold out then and was willing to put it back into fiat is for opportunity. Going from a bear to bull market and understanding you're going back into a bear market, that's the only time you should attempt to sell out of it back into fiat so that you can position back in at a cheaper price. In an accumulation phase, which is a bear market, you're not supposed to sell out within a year, especially in the USA. With the 35% tax hit, it works counterintuitively. Overall, the goal for XRP, as I stated in 2021, was not to sell it. But the reason I was is because we were ending a bull market. So I like to take my money that I've accumulated in a bear market, and if a market shows itself going back from a bull to a bear again, I will take my profits and I'll reposition back in a bear market, which I have. And because I sold out in 2021, I was able to turn 3,500 into over 16 grand, over 12,500 in profit. And I had to pay 35% capital gains tax. That's what I've cautioned everybody on now because I have the experience. Even though I didn't want to sell, I had to because the bull market was over. So now buying back in, having a 34-cent average, 34.5 cent, and then having different cryptos along the way when they got to their 95% down, which XRP never got that far yet. But that's why I sold in 2021, because we went from a bull market. To me, I could see the bear market. So having the foresight, I knew I could better position myself. So I talked this morning about opportunity. I've talked about holding XRP and not turning it back into your native fiat unless you have to. There's circumstances where you might have to sell it if you go and you buy it in a bear market at 30 cents and then it's at $2 or $3 or $5, wherever it might be in the next bull market. If you see an opportunity to sell it because you're going back into a full-blown bear market, we had the signals. The Fed said they were going from quantitative easing to tightening. Once I seen that, I'm like, uh-oh. Because they said that they were about to start raising interest rates as well by the end of the year. I was like, uh-oh. So you had the conducive environment to where you had opportunity to buy lower and then expand on your holdings and then put your profits, as I explained, into precious metals in 2021. The newer ones won't understand this, but that's what we did. We turned over 10,000 in profits, of those profits, into precious metals. When gold went down near 1,600, we mostly bought silver though when it went down towards 17 bucks. So that's what we did. So we exchanged our fiat, so we didn't keep it in fiat. Remember, I said gold and silver. So that fiat, even though I sold over 10,000 of it, went into precious metals on the way down. But I also had 5,000 I kept from my crypto holdings so that I could buy back an XRP, XLM, XDC, Algo, DGB, ZIL, VChain, HBAR, Casper, Sologenic, Gala, and then IOTA, obviously, when we can figure it out in the USA with USD. So I turned in that portfolio. Yes, I sold it into fiat, but $10,000 went into precious metals, which, as I stated, was one of the 2 other ways of money. And then I also put to the side for buying it reback. So it stayed on the exchange 5,000. So yes, I sold it, but I also had a buyback plan when it came cheaper. So you have to make the educated and informed decisions. And if you have an opportune moment, and that's not swing trading in a bear market. The opportune moment, some think they're getting by buying at 35, selling at 75, and then rebuying back in at 40. It's actually being very much so negated with that 35-cent capital gains because you're going to use that same philosophy, which is also the reason I don't like to leverage trade, because every single time you leverage trade, you get hit with a 35% tax. So even if you're making $1,000, you're being compounded there. So if you're not putting the money to the side, you might not even realize how big of a tax bill you are accruing. Hopefully this has helped. And if anybody appreciates this information, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the heart button so that this can reach more of an audience.